Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we are back at Higurashi when they cry. So, when last left off, the whole town is now searching for Reina, whether for different reasons, but mostly just to make sure that she's fine and that she's alright. Because everyone she talked to in some way, whether it be Kasai, talking to Oishi, and what little she gave to Keiichi, and what he told to Mion, and possibly Rika and Sadako, honestly. They're all trying to look for her, honestly. And Keiichi has a whereabouts of figuring out where she possibly is. She probably is like hiding into her little hideout of the trash zone. But since she reasonably has the idea that she's being blocked in on all sides, especially from the Sonosaki family, then with the police itself, depending on what if the Sonosaki's and police are in cahoots in some way. Honestly, she doesn't trust anyone right now, especially like she only trusts like Kate and all that. Especially with I do kind of still think those people in the white van are tiny bit suspicious, because I'm like even if it's just like even if they're just a complete coincidence only for this narrative, honestly, it still feels on the nose to have this along with what was told about the first installment, especially clipping Keiichi on the drive home and all that. But yeah, she's been starting on all sides, including with the scrapbooks that Mio's been giving her, which honestly seem to directly trigger, I guess, what Reina's been struggling with, like mentally, especially with the delusions about maggots crawling her blood and veins, honestly. And actually gonna be worse if like on some level like the scrapbooks actually are true. Which I could see Reina would technically like fall along those and like equate everything to be true. Or there's definitely some stuff that she's not been telling anyone else, because really the whole tip section about seeing that monster in the phone booth, which again, that's also a really, really great scene. And the sound of like it seems to be the thing controlling the three families from her own narration. Hmm. So so Mio's scrapbook talks more about supernatural stuff than we ever seen thus so far. Everything that we've touched upon and seen of her scrapbook itself only touch upon the curse itself. But I guess it makes sense if like the whole monster thing came up recently, like in this year and not last year, where Shion possibly could have read it, or what little we've seen of the present day of Mio's scrapbooks in the second installment. I guess it makes sense, but where would she come to the information? Honestly, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's the demon thing from the swamp, because Lily Reyna mentioned it descended to Earth. So, huh. But yeah, Keiichi has a lot of things in his plate to actually make sure that Reyna is completely fine. He has to go and say something, try to calm her down very carefully, especially since he doesn't know everything that's in scrapbooks and might accidentally touch a nerve. He has to be goddamn careful what he says, honestly. Probably not mention the whole thing about Mion and all that, or if he does, make it very reasonable, honestly. Because the only thing he can do is especially in this, almost like the same time, tailored to what Reina's thinking or logic about everything, and also trying to find reasons to debunk it. But might make her hostile, especially since she is on a vindictive streak now, like planning to kill someone again, especially with the hatch, and equating the monsters up, just getting rid of them, so yay. Even if I turned on the light in my hideout, nobody would see it because the piles of abandoned cars in the way. While I'm aware of that, I decided not to turn it on, just in case. It's a bit scary to hide in this quiet place, alone in the dark, holding my breath. I have to keep myself busy with something. My brain won't work properly, and I don't have even the energy to think about what to do from now on. However, I don't have the courage to lie down to sleep and regain my strength either. Every time I heard or thought I heard a suspicious sound, I gasped and stared into the dark. That's all I did all night. Yeah, I kind of believe that, honestly, if it's like so soon after the whole phone booth situation, especially from even those remnants of her having like schizophrenia, like the hallucinations sound intensely real, and she didn't get the memo apparently from when she was in Ibaraki. So, mm. Oishi believes that the Sonoseki family was behind the conspiracy, but he can't do much without solid evidence. For that, he has to locate the facility where they're doing research on the parasite. You have no idea where it is. Yeah, and the whole reason why you're not taking Oishi's I guess, hand to help, because there's something else in the scrapbooks you realize that makes you want to stay behind again. So there's definitely stuff you've been letting out, especially to been telling Keiichi. But there's some stuff in here which if I say it like straight out, you won't believe what it is. So I would only just give you the Cliff Notes version, or like say the entire whole story before getting interrupted, or like not giving the entire thing. So. For that, he has to locate a facility where they're doing research on the parasite, but we had no idea where it is. It's underneath the ground of the Erie Clinic, don't you know? I think the Erie Clinic is still the most likely site, but I have no credible evidence. Yes, circumspection evidence. Not circumstantial, circumspective. Really, I don't think they do their research in a place so obvious even I could guess it. Well, there's the whole thing of like just doing it in plain sight. No one would think to go, like look there because it's literally all in plain sight. You wouldn't think suspicious of it, and that's why it's perfect to hide. They might be using one of the bomb shelters that was built during the war as some kind of secret underground research center. You know, I made a joke about that again. Of like, I wrote something similar to that. On middle school. My God, I swear. Now that I kind of think about it, I remember a secret building nobody's allowed into on the premises of Furry Shrine. Yeah, I see where you're going with here, but Sadako went inside there unless she was also like I guess forced to lie to people about what's inside there. Doubt so. Plus, we already been there second installment, so technically there's nothing secret in there unless there's actually a secret ladder, an opening, and manhole cover into the floor we did not notice. Especially if it was really dark and it's in the middle of the festival, so there's that too. I wouldn't actually put it past it because doesn't like the underground which a storehouse like technically does the whole stair thing as well, but it just could just be it's only just for that house anyway. But I wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put it past it. I think it's called the Ritual Storehouse. According to Mio-san's research, the Furry Shrine is the center of the local worship of Oyashiro-sama. Yeah. That's the thing, like, yeah, okay, the monster thing is new and definitely didn't come around from what she looked around the shrine, so, This is the first time I ever hearing anything about that, as some other creature besides, I guess, a demon from the swamp. So, where did she get that little intel, unless I guess Reina picked it up from somewhere else? That's the only thing I can't think of? I actually read that, actually, sorry. According to Mio-san's research, the Furry Shrine is the center of the local worship of Oyashiro-sama. The priest keeps the tools for ceremonies in the ritual storehouse. One of the ceremonies is the bizarre festival, Wanta Nagashi, and so the shrine storage must be something very sacred. If I remember right, Wanta Nagashi was also a medical ritual designed to vaccinate and immunize people against all too strong parasites. That means the tools they used for Wanta Nagashi were medical ones. Like I can believe if it's disease, but if it's actual real life, actual parasites, I'm kind of if there's like some precedence again of him like Keiichi was technically homesick a tiny bit just of him of Hinamizawa, but literally it also equates to his own personality, honestly, because he's like before coming here in this town, honestly, he had no friends. So like it would make sense why he would go back there, like feel homesick of like spending time with him actually. Which since they already got so close in the sounds of it, like almost in under a month. So yeah. My guess is right. The ritual storehouse is the most sacred place in the village, as well as the most appropriate building to use for medical purposes. It's suspicious. There might be a secret research center in the ritual storehouse. Damn it. The police should be performing a raid in the ritual storehouse, not the Erie Clinic. I didn't think of that when I was talking with Oishi on the phone earlier. No, because then we'll be doing the exact same thing, but we don't need to do that, so you did the right thing, even though your logic is sound. I hope Oishi realizes this too. Should I go back to the phone booth and tell him about the ritual storehouse? When I thought about that, I heard a car coming closer. I held my breath. not normal for a car to come here this late at night. Didn't you mention before, like, well, I don't know if actually you mentioned this, but I know Satoshi mentioned before, like, I'm thinking broadly his narration, some people actually just throw stuff away at midnight, and, like, the next day, like, he was, like, if, his aunt saw something interesting, like, he was tasked to bring that back home. So there's that. There's that. It's not normal for a car to come here this late at night. I thought about many possible scary scenarios, which made me nervous. After a while, I saw the headlights of the car near the former dam construction's office. The car must have gone past me and went to the office. But it's a deserted, empty office building. There's nothing there. Suspicious! Unless they're just getting records there, but why wouldn't they cleared it out by now? So again, suspicious! It's not a place where people would visit this late at night. When I was staring into the dark, the engine of the car stopped, and its headlights were all turned off. I could see 2 flashlights flickering in the darkness. This actually kind of lines up with them, maybe around the exact same time. Like, it's night, so maybe there's something else going on, like, they're looking around here. And so the same 2 people decided to go back to the office space. And that's when they saw Keiichi and them, choked him out. Whether they saw Rain and, like, stopped and, like, ran for the hills, or, like, after, like, just strangling Keiichi because of, they didn't expect a kid to be around there, then they ran, honestly. That's one of those 2. That's the first thing that comes to mind about this. I could see 2 flashlights flickering in the darkness. The lights moved into the office building. They must think I'm hiding there. I held my breath and kept watching their movements. I can't tell who they are. I don't think it's the police either. Or, like, technically it could be residents, but, like, why would they immediately decide to look in the office, honestly? Especially if it's, like, maybe locked behind, I guess, this place, or it's the office on the car, I guess the abandoned car that Rain and Zen actually hooked up to. So looking around in there. But again, I don't think they would look entirely in there. I mean, if Rain was around, I guess they would just they would honestly just split up and look for her, honestly. They don't need to, like, stay together and go into the office. Doesn't make sense. Just the fact to stick together, just go inside doesn't make any sense either. Unless they're just here to, like, make a phone call, but that doesn't make too much sense either. But I bet they're pawns of the Sonozaki family. Maybe. Not a white or black pawn of the police or the Sonozaki family, but a gray pawn. They have their loyalties lie with nobody. They could see it on both sides and be none the wiser. They know that I ran away from home. They must be looking for me everywhere in the village. Though I need to consume my breath, my face started feeling itchy, and I had an urge to stretch my legs. My own body infuriated me. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I feel like you're trying to make this, like, as small space as possible, like, curled up. The humidity made me sweat all over, so the back of my knees and my neck had been itchy for quite a while. Scratching would make an unbelievably loud noise, from your perspective, so I decided not to scratch anymore. It usually doesn't make any noise when I just scratch some mosquito bites. I'm probably just being nervous, no reacting. Yeah, that's anxiety talking, actually. I had too much experience with that. That's hide-and-seek experience talking. There's quite the distance between me and them, and I'm in the dark, holding my breath. No one noticed it even if I sneeze, let alone scratch myself. Maybe the sneeze part, but yeah, no, not the scratch part. But I didn't want to make any noise at all, so I tried to forget the itchiness. After all that, I ended up scratching everywhere like mad. I had to live in hiding like this for a while. I don't know how long I can go on when I'm so nervous on just the first night. I need to toughen up more so I can remain placid, even in a situation like this. Especially, oh boy, if, like, Keiichi comes in and those guys are in there, oh boy. I forced myself to relax, scratch my neck without hesitation, and try to cope with the sticky sweat all over my body. I started getting hungry. Well, good thing I have canned foods, but would using a can opener make noise? I'm pretty sure. It may be a small noise, but unless you're trying to, like, creak the can open. Must have growled. Okay. That's a good sign, though. That means I'm starting to relax. I can't eat yet, though. I make a lot of noise. I said to wait until they finished looking for me and went away. Go away. Go away. I can eat if you go away. It seemed like the intentions I was sending out bore fruit. They stopped looking around the building. You sent your vibes to them. However, I must have concentrated my thoughts too strongly. They're pointing their flashlights in my direction. Did they notice me? No. Not only that, they were walking towards me. Made my body small as possible, head to the blanket, and listened for their footsteps as loud, carefully as I could. All the while, I heard their footsteps coming closer and closer. When the footsteps are coming straight towards me, they must already know where I am, I think. It's scary. But there's no way they already know where I am. If they did, they wouldn't have wasted their time looking for me around the office building. They wouldn't walk as slowly as they did. It's just a coincidence that they're walking in this direction, right? As I'm hiding in the blanket, I can't see who they are. I don't know where they're shining their flashlights, so I can't stick my head out from the window to see who they are either. I just have to stay motionless, like a rock, till I sense they're gone. They stopped when they came near my hideout. I can hear their conversation. Well, yeah, okay, it's the gangsters. Okay, fine. Maybe maybe don't put that tag on it for their speech. Okay, make it a mystery person. I don't think she's here. Let's look somewhere else then. You look over there. You can tell by the sound of their footsteps they went separate ways, and that each of them is walking around the pile of trash separately. I made this hideout out of an abandoned car. I just redecorated it. From the inside or outside? The outside still looks nothing nothing other than an abandoned car. Once you look inside, you can instantly tell it's more than that. If they look inside, I'm done for. It's obvious they're looking for me. Are they Sonozaki Corp's attack unit? If they find me, I'll be killed for sure. I know all too well this place is perfect for murdering people. I killed 2 people here myself. Yeah, experience is talking. If I can do it, it'd be no problem for them, because they're real professional killers. And so there's nothing I can do right now. I just have to pray that they'll leave me here soon. That time, I heard a slight beeping sound. This is that's Sushi. I can hear you loud and clear. Mm-hmm. Yes. Gogura? Yes, understood. Oh my gosh, Mion's whole thing is now pushing them further out. Okay. What's wrong? Well, it seems like Reina Ryugu was in Gogura. Somebody saw her there. Oh man, that's it. We'll never find her now. What are we gonna do now? It's an order. We have to find her no matter what. We have to bring her to him. Okay then. Oh, so they just heard what Mion told the police, and they take that as looking around for them. Doesn't matter if she's in Sapporo or in Hakata. We have to find her. It'd be impossible to find her though. Do we still have to look? Reina Ryugu has Mio Takano scrapbooks and he wants them. He was pretty upset about it, so I'm sure they're worth a lot. Okay. How'd they know about that? Okay then. So what are we gonna do? Since you recall the others, except the ones who are watching our house. So we should go back to the office too. Let's have some barley tea or something. Well, that means they definitely know about the scrapbooks then. Unless some Oishi explained that, talked to the police and their sources inside heard about it. I heard their footsteps going further and then I didn't hear them anymore. After a while, I heard the engine of their car starting. I finally got out from under the blanket and looked outside the window. The car made a U-turn and drove away. The sound of the engine faded away into the darkness. I heaved a sigh of relief. I scratched at all my itchy mosquito bites, wiped the sticky sweat off my face and neck, and finally allowed myself to cough. I heard their conversation clearly, and the paranoia now spikes. They're the pawns of the Sonozaki courts, without a doubt. It matches what Oishi told me. It's something very important. They clearly said they're after the scrapbooks. You know, for the good old memories that Mio Takano had with the whole group. Nothing else, nothing else. Not about the curse or anything like that. The ones that you have, nothing else. They're talking about something else. Up until now, I've only assumed they were chasing after me because I had Mio-san's scrapbooks. I could have forced myself to believe that was just my assumption. They said it loud and clear. We need to find Reina Ryugu. She has Mio Takano's scrapbooks. That's what they said. Again, Again, they're not looking for those scrapbooks you have specifically. They might be talking about the photographs that Mio had. I mean, she's a photographer. We know this is her hobby. Don't worry, it's not her research and all that. It's of course photography. It's nothing like that. I guess the big question actually is the he they're talking about actually Kasai or someone else? I guess like Occam's razor would just say it's Kasai, but like how do they actually know about that anyway? At the very least, I know now that I can think about it. Actually, how would they know about it actually? Like, oh, but I can see they have like scrapbooks all around, so I guess they look around for that. I guess there is that, and if and if well, depending on who was the one who killed Mia, they would try to find the scrapbooks and would want them back. And if those people have some sort of ties into, I guess, the Sumizaki like group, whether they're Yakuza or not, I guess they'll put that whole thing in the order and to find them as well. But I dropped my fiddle toy. Measuring tape. Missing my hands to fiddle with. ADHD's talking. God damn it. It fell into the goddamn desk. Yay. They also said they're keeping watch on my house. I'm not surprised. Both the police and the attack groups are on you. Yay. Yay. That's exactly what I would do if I were them. I can't go to my house anymore. It's out of the question. You just send a letter to your dad if you want to tell him that you're all right, but just say it's I'm in Germany right now. Your dad just looking at the ad just like, what the hell? But in fact, they said something way more important than any of that. They said Reina Ryugu was seen in Gogura. If I was in a normal situation, I'd probably think that somebody saw a look-alike and laugh out loud. The situation is different now. There's doppelgangers everywhere. Especially if that was talked about in the book, which makes things worse. Mio-san was dead, but she was at the festival. I am here, but I was in Gogura. Yeah, there's that. Okay. Okay. Okay, never mind. I thought you were just talking about what Oishi told you about Mio, but no, I was goddamn right then. It's in the scrapbooks then. I want to know who that monster is in the tip section. I want to know so much, please. Please. They're coming closer to me, and I don't mean the Sonozaki family. Something beyond common sense about to happen. The supernatural is all coming towards you. Should I fight? Or should I run? Maybe you should fight and run. I don't even know what I should do. I feel like I'm rooted to the spot with fear. Am I about to be eaten? No. 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 I don't want to be eaten alive. I want to run away if I can't win. If I can't run, I want to fight. I'm going to be happy. I know I am. I'm not going to sit pretty and let them get me. But the enemy Mio-san foretold in the scrapbooks come close to me. It's starting to eat me up. Like, eating your soul or something? I'm in the garbage dump. Alone. If I disappeared right now without anybody knowing it, the person who was in Gogura would replace me and start living my life. Nobody would notice the change. My father would notice it. My friends would notice it. It would replace me without having anyone noticed it. Wait. Many people close to me might have been replaced already. That's right. Okay, you're extending it to everyone you know. Yay! The Sonozaki family is plotting bioterrorism. Something a part of what they're planning. What you're gonna say next to they have cloning technology? This is not the future of 2100. This is not cloning times, honestly. Yeah, and I dropped that again. God, I've been dropping this stupid pop filter on the microphone so quickly, so many times. Honestly, sorry. God damn it. That's right. The Sonozaki family is plotting bioterrorism. It's only a part of what they are planning. Minds possessed by them don't get scared of cats. Okay. As a result, they don't run away. Where is this going to with the whole doppelganger thing? They'll be eaten by the cats, and then they can move into the cats' bodies. Are you just assuming that there's gonna be someone who's out to cannibalize you, and then they just swap your hair and just look just like you, but manifesting your DNA? What? mice are only used by them for that purpose. It's not that they lose their fear of cats in order to help them achieve their purpose. Okay, so who exactly is this them you're not talking about, Reina? Please. The same thing goes with the Sonozaki family. They think they're doing things by their own will, but they're just helping them without realizing it. Again, who's them? That's exactly how they lived since long ago. Being the parasite. Okay, you're just talking about the parasite's actually the them, honestly, but... What? We're not thinking about a bunch of mice to them. Well, then not mice, technically. The more apt term would probably just be a lab rat. That's way better here, honestly, analogy. Most mice are stupid. How dare you insult them? How dare you? They don't even notice their existence. Again, rude. They help them to achieve their purpose, living their lives by their own will. But very rarely, a mouse with wits is born. They chew out their maze and flee and scamper out and like go into the wide world and then spread the whole news to the rest of the mouse army and their mouse kind and don't ever. We need to swarm this place and tear it down limb from limb, chew everything, chew the wires, eat the people alive. We need to stop this. Evolution! Species war. This mouse notices that he's being used, and he also notices their existence. But nobody believes him. It's not a big deal. He starts thinking that it was his mistake. He gets swallowed by them. Eventually, he disappears. But even more rarely, a mouse appears from nowhere, notices their existence, and objectively proves it. Hello. That mouse was Mio-san. Like, I know everyone's slowly been using animal analogies to equate to actual people. There was Rika with the cat and all that, but sometimes it feels like it's going way out of control sometimes. The cats, the dogs, like in Rika's thing. And now it's the mouse. It's the mouse. God. To them, this mouse is a very rare and very dangerous existence. That's why they resorted to unbelievably bold and violent methods to try and eliminate that mouse when it appeared. But surprisingly, we knew about those measures. Stupid mice don't believe it. You don't notice that they were forced not to believe it, and that they're helping them in the end. Again, this is going more into conspiracy theory territory. Fade away. They killed Mio-san. And they tried to replace her. Then someone else killed her then? What's going on with that then? How do you explain that? They made a mistake. We found the real corpse of Mio-san. That's why they failed to replace her. No, that doesn't make any sense because why would then... It's better, honestly, like, what was it? I don't know how many, like, areas or buildings that technically have furnace because I'm only thinking of, like, I guess, like, stereotypical, like, you know, Japanese school stuff from, like, you know, what little anime I've seen, honestly, that there aren't furnaces, you know? But no, they went to the broad and bold way of strangling her and then Liam burning her corpse on a mountain just to let the smoke rise over the tree line. That's technically how it was in the second installment. That's how people found out her body. And it's been like that for every single goddamn one of these scenarios except for the very first one. And again, unless that was a rapid change in the narrative or something different happened in their methods and they want to make sure to get across, then what is even happening with it? What is happening with it? Ah! That's why they failed to replace her. They'll try to kill me and replace me too. They'll replace my friends in order to get close to me. They'll look just like the real people. But totally different inside. They're an abnormal existence that beyond our imagination. Well, this means now there's no way to appease to Raiden now. She's in this deep. I know they'll appear. No, they're already here. They appeared the day after Mio-san died. They appeared in Gogura tonight. They'll keep coming. They're openly after me now. They'll keep coming. They'll keep coming. Oh boy, and like now Keiichi like tries like if like catches wind of the whole doppelganger thing with the Gogura, he'll have to say that Mion basically says that she made it up just to make sure the police off the track, honestly. And then I'll send to the Sonozaki group, which maybe she'll think about why Mion decided to do that and let Keiichi come, but I'd probably just make her think that they conspire together, and it's a whole nother can of worms, and honestly. Maybe fishing was a better metaphor here. They'll keep coming. They'll keep coming. Or then I heard somebody coming down the slope. Hi there, Keiichi. I can see my presence again. I looked at the direction where the footsteps were coming from. I could see one flashlight. I was actually thinking at first, and I'm, like, there's a split second where I heard that car was like, oh, it's Keiichi. Wait, it's not Keiichi. He can't drive. He has a bike. Must be a pretty big bike, then. It looked like there was only one person now. Who is it? This late at night. Its shadow is very small. I can tell it is an adult. That's rude. I felt chilling through my body. It shone a flashlight towards my hideout, and its footsteps were coming straight towards me. It's different from the other guys earlier. I can tell from the sound of the footsteps that it knows I'm hiding here for sure. No. No. It must be just a coincidence. I should just conceal myself again. I can make it through this again. I made it through last time. I need to hide. I need to hide. I need to hide. I pulled a blanket over myself. It was as small as possible. I kept telling myself that I was a stone. The footsteps kept coming closer and closer. Being your thoughts into the person's head and yield them away. Vibes. And it knocked on the door of my hideout. Opened my eyes wide. I broke out in a nervous sweat. Not one to believe the sound I heard was a knock. My mind went completely blank. You look, Keiichi's just being polite. But it knocked on the door again. The next knock is just a barbershop quartet sound. I could feel a light shining in the blanket. It might be shining a flashlight on me. I still held back my fear. As long as I don't move, it can't put a finger on me. I kept telling myself that as if it was casting a spell. I tried not to shake it in fear. Hi. It laughed. It has looked at me because I thought I was still hiding perfectly. But I still tried. Because we got out of the blanket. What are you scared of? Oh, whoa. Whoa! I flipped the blanket and saw the owner of the voice. Oh, hi. What the fuck? It is Rika-chan. Are you here to kill me? Now, why is she here? Why'd she come here to see me? Man, if everyone, like, the whole friend group knows that she's here, then wait. Rika got here first, then Keiichi at any point, then? So, like, maybe why I'm, at the same time that Shion was talking to Keiichi on the phone, Rika's just, it's time for me to go on our merry way, then. I was actually wondering how this is going to come into play, if, like, what's going on with Rika in the tip section, but I'm, not to this way. I thought it'd be, like, after this conversation, something like that. Okay. We still have 2 more chapters at the very least, please. Why is she here? Why'd she come here to see me? I don't understand why she came all the way here alone this late at night. I realized all of a sudden. She looked just like Rika-chan on the outside, but she's not her. It is copying her appearance. It came to Mio-san, to me, and to Rika-chan. I decided to talk aggressively on purpose in order to work up courage before my fear crushed me down. Is that you, Rika-chan? Hello. Meep. Stay away from the glass. Step back. What's it look like? A demon. It answers just like the Rika-chan I know. But I know it's not Rika-chan. Rika-chan wouldn't come to a place like this so late at night. Well, I mean, I'm looking for you, apparently. If everyone's looking, the whole village is looking for you, so look, it makes sense. I know who you are. I know you're not Rika-chan. That's not very nice. I'm afraid you can't deceive me like you can the others. Even though you look just like her, I know you're not Rika-chan. You're not my friend, Rika Furude. Who are you? Rika looked stunned for a while. Yeah, but it's kind of also her fault from saying why are you so afraid? He. Why? Why? She looked as if she didn't understand what I was talking about, but she pretended like that for too long. If she really didn't know what I was talking about, she wouldn't be able to stand the silence for this long. But she kept quiet. And she finally showed her true character. It laughed. It laughed at me because I figured out something that was almost impossible to figure out. That it was not Rika. Expecting that now a curved smile. Who are you? It didn't answer my question. It kept laughing for a while. And then it looked straight into my eyes in a way Rika-chan never did before. And it said this. I lived for quite a long time. But you're the first one who penetrated my disguise. I thought you had a good intuition, but you're pretty good. She clearly spoke to me the things that I was most afraid of. I was completely shocked. It's like she told me everything that could possibly scare me. I didn't want to hear any of this. It's something I can't possibly twist in a way I can't comprehend. Hey, look, it's the smile again. Well, doesn't that technically mean that I'm, what was it, the other detective guy technically saw through you a tiny bit, but I'm, let's just say I'm Rika for now. Then what is each letter of your first name then equate to if it's not your real name then? What does the R stand for? The I, the K, the A, what does the acronym of your new name stand for? What is it? It's been a while since I started calling myself that. Oh, really? It's been a while, huh? Like how long? Not that long. 2 seconds. It's only been about 100 years. Okay. What? What? What are you talking about? I'm contradicting myself. I know the person sitting in front of me isn't Rika, but at the same time, I deny his existence. More like denying him, that part of themselves, so, you don't believe it's not that far long ago, so, there's that. There's that. Unless I'm, ghost shenanigans all over again. I mean, still, like, actually, it's hit me recently, and technically it doesn't make too much sense thinking about it, why did Rika, like, go to, like, well, why didn't she, like, go to the people, like, who are actually planning to kill her? She knows who they are. Like, the whole thing, like, they eavesdropped her, or just, purely just read a note or something like that. If they know, she knows who they are, why didn't she find some way to stop them? But it was really just, I guess, like, an actual legitimate prediction that's been right so far. I guess she doesn't really know who does it. It's just mostly just a matter of fact of, she knows it's gonna happen, so, as long as humans hold this kind of emotion, they can never accept unknown existences. In other words, we can never accept them. You don't have to be scared. We're in the car. I'm outside of it. Just casually lean over to the passenger door and just press down the lock. It's not easy for either of us to do something the other. Let's pull out my crossbow. I think that's the perfect distance between us. While you're just pressed up against the goddamn glass, staring inside. No matter how long I lived, Rika Furude is still just a little kid who drinks wine and alcohols. You're still stronger than me. I should be more careful than you because you could snap and jump on me anytime. I realized that this creepy thing that looks just like Rika was only here to talk to me. Let my attention fade away a little bit. Now it's time for interrogation time. Oh, does it just mean that the outside of the car get darker? That's disconcerting. But still, I don't know what she wants to talk to me about at a place like this so late at night. I'm like a fish on a cutting board. There's nothing I can do other than to wait and see what's going to happen. Wait and see, you say? I waited for it to make a move for a while, and then it opened its mouth again. You're afraid of something. Am I right? It uses sarcasm. Wow, it's the most high level of oral speech patterns you can use. It's too good. Rika-chan's cute face looked uglier than ever when it smiled. I held back my fear, and tried to reply firmly. Yes, thanks to you. So, what are you afraid of? He should know that better than anybody else. It told me earlier that we were saved from each other because one was in the car and the other was sitting outside. I would still want to lock the doors, honestly. Just for that extra safety, honestly. Unless you test it before and the locks don't work, then we're screwed. It's obvious that I'm the one who's being driven to a corner. I mean, technically, yeah, you're kind of enclosed. While I'm talking to it, I could be being surrounded by its minions. I got scared and tried to listen to the sounds of my surroundings carefully. Don't be scared. I came here to help you. You came here to help me? Oh, really? I wonder how you're gonna do that. You're just sick at the moment. You need medicine, that's all. Would you be interested if I told you I brought it along? But medicine? Does it come in a syringe or as like an EpiPen? It's a clear distinction. It put its hand in its pocket and took out a small case. It opened the case to show me what was inside. What was in there made me gasp in surprise. A syringe? It's not normal for a person to carry around a syringe, especially in a very ornate case. I have no idea what's going on. What Rika-chan is holding her hand is definitely a syringe. There's no way I can twist that fact around. How is it meant to be medicine? Even if that whole medicine is meant to be like something placated, honestly, there is the whole factor of even there's a problem. It still is not still doubtful. Actually, it's inside the syringe, because unless the game actually mentions what's inside there, I won't believe it for a second. It could be just some medicine actually gets you to be thinking more sacrificial or martyrdom thoughts. Honestly, you're in a tight corner like Tomataki and almost happened to Keiichi in the first installment. What happened to Rika in the 5th chapter with Shion. That makes sense. Or is it meant to be something that really dulls and pacifies you and like an aesthetic and then the second they realize that they immediately decide to take things into their own hands and actually then just cut their own throat, actually, or in Rika's case even more the extreme, honestly, which honestly just makes it just as much sense, honestly. That's right. The contents of the syringe are going to help you get better. They'll help me get better? Huh? No, I know what it is. It's the drug that killed Tomataki-san. It's the parasite that's full strength. Give me the maggot disease. This is a different drug. The one that was used in Tomataki. I promise. It giggled. It isn't the giggling that scares me. I'm scared that it admitted the cause of Tomataki-san's death so easily. It also admitted the direct cause of the maggot disease that Tomataki-san died from. So technically, in some way, unless Rika's doing this whole big old bluff thing about what actually killed Tomataki, and she technically knows what happened to him. Whether she was just I'm worried about this one guy. Let me just go out in the wild old world, just follow along with him, stalk him until something weird happens. Oh, look at that, he's dead now. She didn't mention that even her predictions in the 4th installment, so maybe she realized things similar. The tips recognize she seems no a confirmation of dates, so what about anything else that happened before then, actually? Especially since you learned about that before the festival happened. Maybe you learned something else in some way, shape, or form. Another big fortune prediction, maybe, possibly, maybe. And it also admitted that they were caused of the maggot disease that Tomataki-san died from. I know you're gonna kill me in the same way he died. And then the Reina and Gogura is gonna replace me. Problem solved, right? I'm not gonna let you give me the shot. Well, I knew you would say that. This syringe looks very suspicious, of course. So all I'm gonna do is just put this case down, close it, put it on the ground, and I walk away. How does that sound? You're smarter than I thought. So what now? Are you gonna gang up on me and give me the shot like you did to Tomataki-san? Tomataki-san's autopsy report said that he had bruises in his body that proved that he was fighting against several people right before he died. That means they must have ganged up on him to give him the shot against his own will. I like to give you the shot by force, but it never really works. What? So I gave up on doing that. Wait, what the fuck you mean by that? I said let you choose to take it yourself. Are you kidding me? I don't want to take that creepy shot. I mean, technically syringes are always creepy though, so I have a phobia of them. It's even more so. I thought about it many times. I thought about how I couldn't make you take the injection. I can't force you to take it. I can't make you agree to take it either. It leaves me only one choice. I have to let you choose to take it. You should know my answer already. I'm not gonna walk into such an obvious trap. Well, that's what I thought you'd say. I didn't expect you to choose to take it anyway. It heaved a sigh, made gesture of just mocking me, and smiled bitterly. It looked as if it was saying that I was a lower animal that can't understand it's being given a chance for salvation. I mean, have you tried get like, just in the sound of that, like you tried giving the same exact syringe to people before? Will it just be like people in the curse before it, or like someone else who has it? Because again, we don't really know if the medicines is the thing that caused it. Especially since, well, obviously it was made clear that in Chapter 5 that quote-unquote Mion, from Rika's perspective, honestly, was the one behind things, all that, and, like, literally attacked her. And she tried to, like, make sure, like, she got injected with a syringe, actually. But that didn't work either. So, yeah. It looked as if it was saying that I'm a lower animal that can't understand us being given a chance of salvation. I kind of want to say I'll take the shot on a dare, but I know that exactly what it is destined to do. Go back to your home and tell your friends that you failed to give me the shot. I'm not gonna let you beat me. I'm gonna fight to the end. And I'm gonna seize the 1% chance of winning. I'm gonna destroy all of you. I see. You should try to do that. This world is going to end soon anyway. What? We're going back to the whole thing about swamp gases again? God damn it. End soon? Has nothing to do with you. A frog sitting in a well doesn't need to have any interest in the world outside, does it? At this stage of the game, it said something very dubious. I tried hard to understand what this horrifying creature was trying to say. What? What are you gonna do to me? Nothing. Do whatever you want. What? It's almost too easy. As far as I know, do whatever you want means ignorance, or at least when your enemy says it to you. At the very least, it isn't a bad thing. Or does it have another meaning? In that way, I overinterpreted the meaning of the sentence. But then, it said it again. Do whatever you want. It's your choice, apparently, even though there's oh my god, there's literally just a choice gonna appear right now. I swear to god. And like, I'm gonna find it so funny if like the shot is actually the correct choice, if that's come up. That sounds so goddamn hilarious. Do whatever you want. I'm not interested in this Reina Ryugu anymore. This? Maybe some of those multiple. What? I'm gonna try to get along with the next Reina Ryugu. The next? If there was gonna end soon. Wait, what? I have to pray the next Reina Ryugu doesn't have such good intuition. What? Okay. It's a mass cloning operation. Ah, the bioterrorism, it's all back again. I was scared of it, but like I'd be scared of a judge handing down a death sentence. I used to try really hard to fix things every time a little problem occurred, but I got tired of it. I'm not interested in this Hinamizawa anymore. Okay, this Reina Ryugu, this Hinamizawa. There's more out there? Or... I'm gonna find the next Hinamizawa. But you only have this one. Huh. So I hope you live as best you can. It was telling me scary things one after another. This is obviously warning Hinamizawa's destruction. It means the climax is coming soon. First thing comes to mind is the whole swamp gas thing. And now I'm trying to reconcile this to the prediction sheet that Rika had. Wait, trying to get small problems first? tried really hard to fix things every time a little problem occurred, but I got tired of it. Interesting. This is obviously warning Hinamizawa's destruction. It means the climax is coming soon. They have already prepared another Reina. If I lose to this fate, they are gonna replace me with that Reina as if nothing happened. Oh, they're very well organized. What humans are most afraid of is for their lives to lose all values. What humans are most afraid of is for their lives to lose all value. Yeah, basically. Your life becomes worthless when you're told that you have a replacement. It's like an indirect death sentence. I guess in some way that's kind of what happened to Shion then in some capacity. That's probably like unless like there's some supernatural sci-fi stuff happening, what they had going on with the twin situation there is probably the closest they get to that happening realistically. It closed the syringe case and put it back into its pocket. Well, the negotiation went about as well as Rika thought it would be, apparently. It turned around and started to climb up the slope. Top, it looked back and spoke without as much as an evil smile. Well, goodbye. This, Reina Ryugu. Again, this. I hope I can get along with the next Reina Ryugu. I shouldn't worry, because I do usually get along with them. Huh. I'm not gonna let you replace me with the next Reina Ryugu. It's inevitable. I'm the only Reina Ryugu. I'm not gonna let you do it. Never, ever. I wonder if my screen was reaching it. It looked at me coldly. It looked at me as if I was just an image of the past on a TV screen. It's fun to have a conversation like this once in a while, huh? That laughter gradually disappeared into the darkness. Wow, creepy. It disappeared into the darkness as well. Okay, the conversation was immensely interesting. I was the only one left there. I'm forsaken, and they don't care if I disappear. They told me I should struggle as much as they want because it doesn't matter anyway. They already have a replacement. They don't need me in their Hinamizawa anymore because my intuition is just too sharp. I realized that. I noticed this garbage dump was a perfect grave for me. Then I realized the place wouldn't work as a hideout anymore. I better start packing, move somewhere else. Oh, hi, Keiichi! Wait, Keiichi?! It told me to struggle as much as I want. I'm gonna do just that, damn it. Damn it. I have to get ready to move out from here. I'm gonna put everything back in my backpack. I have to leave here as soon as possible. The light of the flashlight wasn't anything not to see by, so I turned the table lamp on. The light made things show up very clearly. I reached my backpack. I realized something and gasped in surprise. The palm of my hand was covered with an eerie liquid. Wait, what? You bleed? How did you not feel that when you're like when you back down to your hideout? I thought about off my sticky sweat earlier. It was my sweat. And where does blood come from? Your neck? What the hell? Holy shit! Wait. That staticky thing is back. Oh, hi, Bells. Okay, nice to see you two again. I realized it right away. I scratched the mosquito bites my neck earlier, and I scratched them until it bled. I noticed that. I remembered the sensation, the mixture of pain and itchiness. I felt something moving near the wound on my neck. I scratched it again to get rid of whatever it was. My hand got sticky with blood again. Oh. I can't see what the things are because I don't have a mirror, but I know. They've already spreading through my whole entire body, causing itchiness on my arms and the back of my knees. If I'd never experienced it before, I think I got bitten by a bad bug or something. But unfortunately, I already know what's causing this itchiness. Why? Why? So with hatred. Why now? Why here? It's the maggot disease, without a doubt. If I cut the veins on my arms, the dusky, red, gross things would flow out. But it's impossible. I didn't get any suspicious shots. It doesn't have to be a shot. They might have put the drug in my food, and I might have eaten it without noticing. I don't think they put them in the food at my house. I used to share lunch with my friends at school. That wouldn't mean they get infected as well. They might have put them in the lunches. That Rika visited me just earlier was shining the flashlight at me. So she knew that I was scratching my neck so hard it bled then. Unless she acted like there was nothing wrong, and she told me that I wouldn't last long. Whatever the next Reina Ryugo is. Now I know why she was laughing at me in a sarcastic way. She knew that I wouldn't have much time left. It itches very badly, but I can't scratch. The more I scratch, the itchier it gets, and I'm not gonna do the same thing Tomotaki-san did. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. The itchiness might not be temporary. It might actually get worse. I don't know if it's gonna stop soon or if it's gonna last until I die from it. I don't know anything anymore. I just have to endure the itchiness. I wipe the blood on my neck with a towel, clench my teeth, and try to erase the desire to scratch my neck. The wound was throbbing. I wanted to scratch it so badly, but I couldn't do that. I fought back the desire, biting the end of the towel. I scratched other parts of my body really hard in order to forget about the itches in my neck, but it didn't really work. Is that a phone ringing in the background? I just prayed for the itchiness to go away, closed my eyes, and fought back the desire. That seemed to be the best way. I let my mind go blank, breathing hard for a while. I felt like the itchiness got a little bit better. I took a deep breath, and immediately started panicking. Staying here is more dangerous than the itchiness. I have to leave here as soon as possible. I felt it while packing my stuff. I felt the end coming closer, the end that Rika told me about earlier. I assumed I could live until the end, but I might have been wrong. I might follow the same path Tomotaki-san took, way before the end comes. I was sweating like crazy and it felt so nasty. I know it's not sweat, but I'm gonna think that it's sweat for now. I'll wipe my neck with a towel and hurry to leave. And that's half the chapter, yay. Hey, it's like nothing bad has ever happened. We're on Keiichi's perspective now. Isn't that nice? Isn't that goddamn nice? Okay. This music is still really good, though, honestly. Very. This area has no streetlights, so I was scared to run fast when I could barely see. Just attach your flashlight to your bike and all be well then, Keiichi. All be well. The moon lit up the sky, but not my steps. The only light I had to see by was my flashlight. The light was very weak. All I could see was the flat gravel road before me. Anything the flashlight couldn't reach was in total darkness. The expression often used in novels, pitch black, would be inappropriate. I might trip over an empty can or rock any time. Yeah, pitch black is one of my favorite words, honestly, from a complete, absolute darkness. Unless you want to go supernatural, it's not even pitch black where you know this thing in front of you, and you can, if you had a light on you, you can see what's in there. But no, there's absolutely just absence of anything. Not even just light, which isn't that fun. Isn't that fun to consider? Now when to fall, I use the flashlight to its maximum extent to watch my step. I'm still a bit nervous. I started running slower and slower until I was just walking briskly. Did I just stop running because I'm afraid of tripping in the dark? But I usually run around without watching my step during the day. I run around with Reina and Mion all the time. Even if I could see what's underfoot, I don't pay any attention. I don't think I might trip. I just keep running around without a care. Reina might be feeling the same way I am right now. For Reina, the light with which she illuminates the darkness of suspicion is too weak. The darkness of delusion she deeply believes in is getting darker and darker. That's why she's scared to even walk in the same road she always used to take. Yeah, like, More just thinking about it, like, Now it's actually kind of weird thinking about it a tiny bit now. Like, I'm just reaching here because it just could just be how the writing is, honestly, but like, weird, like, most of the, you know, characters are, like, really smart, but now it just feels to me that it feels there's something that Rika is almost too smart. I don't know how to put into words. Especially from all those like theme tips from the fourth chapter were all from her perspective, honestly. Especially that, and yeah, the whole thing talking about how I'm genetically learn things too fast, actually. For Mom to like be even weirded out by that too. She fell for the contents of those ridiculous scrapbooks. People might laugh at her for that. Those scrapbooks aren't normal. They manipulate their readers' hearts and, with evil intent, take advantage of their vulnerabilities. That evil intent captured my heart for one night. That's why I know how evil they are. There's urban legends, with the prophecies of Nostradamus or the Purple Mirror. Never heard of the Purple Mirror, though. They're a bunch of feasible lies, and when you hear about them first, you think they're too stupid to believe. But once you fall for them, it's hard to get them out of your mind for some reason. It'll be the year 1989 in less than 20 years, and I'm one more year to that, and it's the Y2K craze. Everybody knows with a prophecy that the world will come to an end in July 1999. What? There are even some TV shows about it too, which irresponsibly fan people's fears, so some people take it seriously. Well, I'll say this is timeless now because I'm 20. Like, do I even need to bring up anything else besides 2012? Don't need to say anything else besides that. Those people think that the prophecy means the outbreak of nuclear war, so some of them are making shelters in their backyards. Some of them are thinking about freezing themselves by 1999, so they won't be exposed to radiation, only waking up after it's gone. Oh yay, cryogenic stasis, yay. Those people are completely serious about it. But when you think about it rationally, it's impossible that there'll be an outbreak of nuclear war in 1999. It'll be the next month afterwards, not July, obviously. No, that's too soon. It has to be 1 month later. It's true that the Cold War makes us think that the final war will break out in time, but both powers are actually pointing their nuclear missiles at each other, and they know there's nothing to gain for either of them to start a nuclear war. Because the very second they notice that one warhead has been fired off, more will be fired on their side. So it's going to be a lose-lose. The best way to win this game is to play it all. The Soviets might still do it. The Soviets would destroy the world if it meant eradicating liberalism. But that delusion that the Soviets might do it could be neatly swapped for the way Takano-san uses the Sonozaki family in her scrapbooks. When people create a large-scale delusion like the prophecies above, they always use an incomprehensibly unknown enemy, such as the Soviet Union, Nazi Germany, or aliens. And they say something like, you never know, they might do things like that to try and increase the credibility of their delusion without any evidence whatsoever. I mean, that's like just like saying without any basis to it. Like just saying hey, guess what? Well, I mean, you don't know them too well. Maybe they could do it. It's not the same thing if you talk to someone for years and you know how they think and all that, can make an actual guess about it. And if it's this bunch of people who don't even live near the country and just using it as a fear-mongering tactic, honestly, then they probably don't have any kind of knowledge about how the country actually operates more than any other kind of citizen would be. Unless, miraculously, that person is a historian buff, which I'm pretty sure by that point they wouldn't technically be thinking about those theories anyway. Unless with Mio's case, something more insidious going on. Or literally Shige's Reina the notebooks, not for the reasons that she's handling with it now, but for some reason entirely. Especially since Mio probably didn't even get a chance to actually speak about those said reasons before she died, so yeah. What did Takano-san know about the Sonozaki family? Nothing. All she did was use the history of Onagafuchi and say the Sonozaki family is still working behind the scenes, plotting a horrifying conspiracy. It's just like one of those large-scale prophecies. And yes, those are terrible too. It's nothing but just a stupid story like that one about Nazi Germany, which is that Hitler's still alive and lives in an underground complex somewhere in the South Pole and continues to plot to conquer the world. That's a new one, honestly. Reina usually doesn't believe in stupid stories like that, but it was just bad timing, I suppose. Or literally, it touched upon things which she was actually thinking about, and it sounds too oddly similar to experiences she had in her own life. So, yeah, there's that too. There's that too. It was right after she killed Rina Mamiya in Teppeihojo and was caught by us. She was in a state of panic when she heard the story. We were waiting for her to recover from the shock. But before she did and regained her strength of pure heart, a poison got into her and spread all throughout her body. When you're sick and have a weakened immune system, it's easy to get another disease. It's just like that. That's it. Reina's just sick right now. When you're very sick, in bed with a high fever, you sometimes feel like you might die from it. But most of the time, you're just overreacting. You get better sooner after you take a medicine, eat healthy food, and sleep a lot. That's how she is right now. How she should be. She just caught a mental cold. That's all. A mental cold, that's the way to put it. Not a physical cold, but a mental one. She needs to get better soon, or she might get caught by the police. I passed several patrol cars my way. I hid every time I saw one, because I didn't want to be questioned on my own killing someone mission, honestly, just to get somewhere secret. I was probably passed by them twice. When I came close to Reina's house, I saw a car parked near the gate. It was obviously watching her house, trying to capture her when she arrived home. Is actually the junkyard, like, actually on the way past Reina's house to get to the junkyard from Keiichi's place? Huh. Me and the Sonozaki family to find Reina and protect her from the police, but honestly, I'm not sure if they can. After all, Reina believes the Sonozaki family is after her, but if they don't find her, the police will eventually. It's a rock and a hard place with her. If that happens, all of us who helped her bury the corpses will be caught by the police in the end. I don't know how or why the police can suspect her. I think they only have some circumstantial evidence. I don't think they know she did it for sure. They're not talking about the murder itself, I just want to know what's going on with her. But since they're looking everywhere for her now, they must have some kind of reliable evidence. Reina, come on. You don't have time to play around with Takano-san's scrapbooks right now. The police are after you. It was so dark they couldn't be sure if she was down there. Oh boy. You came here right when she left, honestly. Right when she left. Yeah, this is gonna go great. I made my mind and head down the slope, carefully shining my flashlight to light my way. I wanted to loudly call out Reina's name, but there might be some policemen nearby looking for her. I walked around a trash pile, and then I saw a light. It was Reina. I ran towards her hideout, kicking aside the trash in my way. Hi! Hey, look, it's the same exact expression. Yay! Reina was standing right in front of her hideout, holding a hatchet. I couldn't blame her. She must have noticed all the noise I had made coming down the slope. Reina, it's me. Keiichi-kun? I sure have a lot of visitors tonight. Who else is here? I showed my flashlight around, but I didn't see anybody else. I'm leaving because it's not safe here anymore. I don't want you to know where I'm going, so please don't follow me. Reina? What happened to your neck? You're bleeding. I'm okay. I might come back again, though. Reina's neck was all red. Looked like she had some kind of skin disease in her neck. She probably couldn't bear the itchiness and scratched it really hard. You need to do more than just wipe it with a towel. Come to my house. You need to clean it up. Don't worry about it. It's an injury. It's too late anyway. Too late? What do you mean? Everyone knows what I've done. They must have put the drug in my food without me realizing. It's the drug that killed Tomataki-san. They probably used a syringe to inject him with the drug, but they changed their methods this time. Okay, well, okay, that doesn't make too much sense, though, of what Rika did, honestly. I know you're going, very paranoid right now, but why would, like, they put the drug in your food, then come down and show you the drug itself? Why? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? I think they put in someone's lunch. Don't you remember? Mi-chan gave out a piece of her omelet to everyone the other day at lunch. She must have put it in the omelet. She's smart. She's a slow-acting drug this time. Yeah, okay. Damn it. Rena kicks the dirt with hatred. She's almost literally kicking Mion's goodwill to the curb. Hey, Rena, are you seriously saying that Mion would do such a thing? Immediately darkened. Rena looked stunned and she stared right straight at me. I noticed a slight accusation in her eyes. Just by looking into her eyes that she wants to say, what are you talking about? I told you the Sonosaki family is the master behind this conspiracy, the series of mysterious deaths. First of all, Mion didn't give out her omelet to everybody that day. Mion cut her omelet into 5 pieces, and she told us to take one if we wanted. Rena took the end piece of the omelet before anyone else took one. She said it looked cute and ate it right there. No, that's not what happened. Me trying to make me eat the omelet because she'd put a drug in it. Rena, stop interpreting everything so conveniently. Mion just put the 5 pieces of the omelet in the lid of her lunchbox. Nope, she didn't. She gave out each piece to every one of us. Rena, think about it. Have we ever done something like that before? We usually take whatever we like from everybody else's lunch. Nobody's ever said something like, hey, this is your piece, so take this, or hey, this is her piece, so don't take that, you know? She looked at me with that accusation in her eyes. To Rena, everything that comes in my mouth must sound like a lie. To her, it's a fact that she was poisoned. She knows for sure that the drug was in her omelet. That's why she's contradicting me, because I'm saying something different. I didn't come here to make her mad. I realized that disagreeing would only escalate her anger, so I decided not to. Yeah, from this end, you have to be very careful how you talk about me, honestly. Anyway, you said this place isn't safe anymore. Where are you gonna go, then? Somewhere secret, I just told you. Well, I'll find somewhere. It's not that easy to find a place to sleep. Why don't you come to my house? I appreciate your offer, but I can't do that. The Sonosaki family is looking for me everywhere in the village. I don't think you betray me, but I don't think you can hide me from them either. It's not the Sonosaki family who are looking for you. It's the police. Why? Oji-san was on my side, and I told him to leave me alone. I don't think he's looking for me. I think they know that you killed Rina and Teppy. Oh. I see. I was relieved that we're finally on the same page, but I realized I was wrong right away when she laughed in self-derision. I don't think she even realized that by the looks of it, okay. Or I had the thought in her head, actually, this whole time, so... Do you know how the police found out that I killed them? No, I have no idea. That's supposition, then. Back to know more of my conspiracy theories. Nobody saw her killing them. Nobody saw us burying the corpses. We buried them in the mountains. Deep in the mountains. And we camouflaged the spot perfectly. Plus, Mion moved into a secret place afterwards. It's impossible that the corpses would be found. I went there this evening. I went there to check the spot where we buried them. Guess what I found? That didn't sound good. Of course. Ren has no idea that Mion took care of the corpses. She think the corpses were still buried there. They weren't there. The corpses. Somebody dug them out and carried them somewhere else. Reina, that's because, be very careful here, honestly. It's impossible that someone happened to dig them up. I chose the place. So the only people who know about the place are me and my friends who are there. That's right. Well, the thing is, I know who did it. It's Mi-chan. They didn't want me to work with the police. They needed to have some insurance. But I didn't think they'd use the police to find me. I guess they don't care about how it looks anymore as long as I'm captured. Come on, do you really think Mion would do such a thing? She did! Mi-chan sold me out! No, she didn't. Mion is your friend. We're all on your side no matter what happens. Even if the whole world turned against you, we'll still be on your side. Even if the whole ocean evaporated, Mia would never sell you out. I don't understand why you're defending her. It's just the opposite. I don't understand why you're doubting her. That's simple. Mio-san revealed the existence of this conspiracy to me, and the fanatics are... Shut up! Shut up! No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you like that. No, I apologize. Please, listen to me. The corpses are gone because Mion dug them out. See? I told you! Listen to me until I finished. Okay? Mion dug them out because she found out the place isn't going to be safe for much longer. There's a logging project scheduled to begin in the mountain this summer. That was why. That's why she dug them out. To save you from being caught. Rena laughed at me like I was stupid or something. I could tell she didn't understand anything I was saying. It's all coming like straight onto her. It's like contradicting her own head. Don't you get it? Mii-chan made it up. I mean, all you have to do is look up to see if the logging project's actually happening in the first place. Then that would probably solve that problem quickly. She just wants to look good when you're around. She's a dirty bitch. Oh, okay then. All right then. Okay. Hey, then what was she supposed to do? Are you saying that she should have left the corpses there? Knowing this forestry service would find them this summer? She can do that because she's your friend. Why can't you understand that Mii-chan made everything up? Including the logging project. You're the one who doesn't understand anything. After I yelled at her, she gave me an icy look. Yeah, tread carefully. She stared into my eyes, trying to find out what I came here for. And probably wondering if you were being replaced by someone else, blood and flesh-wise. I came here to wake you up. You were possessed by an impossible delusion because of Takano-san's scrapbooks. At first I thought it was interesting, but this is getting way out of hand. You know why? Excuse me. You know why? It's because they're making you sick. Oh, the girl who looked just like Rika-chan told me the same thing. You're actually right about that. I do have the maggot disease, so... No, you don't understand. Listen to me very carefully. Please. You need to lie down and rest for a while, okay? It'd be a lot safer to stay at Mion's house. She can protect you from the police. If you don't trust her, you can stay at my place. Either way, it's not good for you to stay somewhere uncomfortable like this. Let's just go to my house for now, okay? We'll have some cold tea together. It'll cool your fever down. Then you realize how crazy all this was. What are you talking about, Keiichi-kun? You're saying I'm crazy? Maybe. I'm not crazy, you are! You don't know it, but you're just being controlled by the parasite. Keiichi-kun, you think you have nothing to do with it, but you're one of the victims. Just don't realize it. I'm not blaming you for that. I can save you. I can save everybody, so please trust me for now. You think we're all crazy. You think everybody in this village is crazy, and you're not. Is that what you're saying? Maybe spreading outside of Hinamizawa. I have already spread as far as Shishibone City, or the entire prefecture. I really am the only one who isn't crazy. I know that thanks to Mio-san's scrapbooks. I understood that too. Wait a second, Reina. You're saying everybody in the world's crazy except you. It's the same thing as saying you're the only one who's crazy. The world hasn't changed. Nobody's crazy. Nobody's your enemy. I mean, if you ask me, it's crazy to believe that you're the only one in this world who isn't crazy and that everybody in this world is your enemy. In short, your only enemy is yourself. I feel sorry for you, Keiichi-kun. Yeah, that's exactly going with the whole thing with conspiracy theorists. I'm saying, like, I know more than you, so there's a tiny bit of arrogance, and I'm looking down on other people condescendingly because of that. This feels just in line with that. But it's okay. It's not that easy to accept the facts Mio-san discovered. Even she wasn't sure about them. You can also, Keiichi can also say what Mion told you about Mio-san and all that, thinking about it. All that. Understand if you can accept the truth. That's what I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna save everybody. I'll beat them down and make them stop controlling you. Reina, that's stupid. That's just idiotic. You feel sorry for me? You're stupid. Don't you understand? Why do you still believe a crazy, stupid story like this? You're just interpreting everything to suit your convenience. They have replacements for Mio-san, Rika-chan, and me. They're gonna replace me after I'm killed. What? Replacements? Are you seriously saying that? You know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Haven't told you about this yet. The true identity of the parasite is... aliens. My good god. Aliens? My god gosh. Oh my, the demonic thing that my Reina saw, the phone booth. Oh my good gosh, they actually are here. They are real. Yes. Shiro-sama is also an alien. The description of his descending from the sky matches with alien theories from all around the world. Okay. Whenever a great civilization flourished, it was always the aliens who accomplished it. Even the goddamn pyramids? Okay. They have advanced knowledge. They came to Earth to help immature humans evolve. So they were help humans and all that, but we technically know them, unless the aliens are very, stupid at the same time, like trying to give advice, the pyramids are not exactly in even shape, so if they decide to make that for some reason or another, besides, what was the whole point of helping make the pyramids? Like, that's the whole common thing of all of that, and actually, to be honest, this whole conversation comes up, like, literally also another game. Think about maybe I'll go through that as well. It's been on a bit in my mind. But it also has some kind of sometimes racist implications that like everyone keeps thinking about this other civilization only done it with the help of these aliens. They couldn't have done it themselves, honestly. They had to get help from somebody else. They couldn't do this by themselves. That's what it keeps feeling like. Every time I hear about it, I definitely need to learn more about it, but every time it comes up again, it feels more and more like that. Maybe just because I don't have enough information about it, but it still feels... ugh. They came to Earth to help immature humans evolve. Hey, wait just a minute. You must be kidding, right, Reina? The parasite theory was interesting, but aliens? Come on, it's just nonsense. It's either parasites or the aliens. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Is that actually what literally Mio wrote down in her notebooks? It's the aliens, I tell you. Poor Lou is looking down at us for pearl schmucks from the heavens above. Okay. But Reina believes this theory so seriously, and she feels so sorry for me because I can't accept it. They've been controlling the community by living as parasites in human bodies. Alien parasites. Okay. But sometimes, someone with sharp intuition comes along and tries to reveal the truth. They get rid of them in order to maintain the control of the community. They sometimes kidnap those people with sharp intuition and put a piece of metal in their bodies to gain control over them. When that doesn't work, they replace the people with their copies. A piece of metal? What? They made a copy of Mio-san. They made a copy of me, too. Rika-chan's copy just came by a few minutes ago. I talked to it. It admitted that it came from space. No, she didn't. It told me that the end of the world is coming soon, and it laughed at me, saying I should just struggle as much as I want. I'm gonna fight. I'm not gonna let them domesticate our species. Domesticate? What? What? What the hell? I'll never, ever. You're so stupid. I stepped towards Rain and slapped her in the face. Something returned her to sanity. Oh my good god. Wake up! Reina, did you forget? It happened here. Just a few days ago. We all took each other's hands here, didn't we? And we promised that we'd be family made of friends forever. Reina played with her wrist. She didn't interrupt, so he continued. If you're seriously saying that aliens are controlling the Earth, I'll believe you. Even if everybody in this world didn't, I would. It's because I'm your friend and I'm on your side no matter what. But I want you to listen to me too. I want you to listen to me because I'm your friend. Takano-san made up all the stories in the scrapbooks. It's true. Takano-san was an occult maniac. She enjoyed interpreting the whole history of Hinamizawa any way she wanted. She made ridiculous stories out of it, and she read them to people for fun. So the parasite story isn't the only one she made up. There's stories about UFOs, some kind of creatures from the underworld, and many other things. So one you read in the scrapbooks is just a new story she made up recently. Don't you remember that she liked to make fun of people? She was just making fun of you because you took her story so seriously. Which is the story she made up, then why was she killed? Her authentic reports said she'd been dead for 24 hours before she was found. But she was there at the festival. Why? How can you explain the cause of Tomitaki-san's death? What about the Sonozaki family? What about the legend of Hinamizawa? What about Oyoshiro-sama and the Rika-chan? Are you saying that everything is made up then? Are you saying that the whole world's lying to us? I mean, yeah, technically speaking. Stop making connections between everything. It's a typical symptom of paranoia. Don't think so hard. And like, honestly, I don't even think all those connect cleanly anyway. You're just tired. That's why you need to rest. All I'm gonna do is to offer you a place to relax. A bed. And food. If you can't trust my food, you don't have to eat it. Eat whatever you have. Anyway, please, just trust me for now. My story makes more sense than yours. I have evidence to prove it. Like what? But all you're saying is I should just trust you. Isn't it obvious who is right? Yes, it is obvious. Me. I'm right. How can you be so sure? It's easy. Because I'm your friend. Friends never betray one another. Friends always help each other. So you have to believe that I'm right even when the world says I'm wrong. Because I'm your friend. I heard a thud. Reina dropped the hatchet. She staggered, holding her head in her hands. She was muttering something. It looked like she was asking herself questions. He wants me to trust him, but he has no evidence to prove he's right. He's being absurd. Maybe he's right and I'm wrong. Am I really just misunderstanding everything? It'd be wonderful if that was true. I wish I was wrong so many times. I wish Mio-san's scrapbooks are nothing but a bunch of stories and the parasite doesn't exist. I mean, some coincidences happen to connect it together and interpret them in the wrong way. I really wish that was the case. No, don't give up, Reina Ryugu. Be cool. Be cool, Reina Ryugu. This guy's poisoned his words. He's trying to take advantage of my weakness. Everything is too obvious not to believe. It's obvious the aliens have been trying to invade the Earth. He uses this village as their base ever since it's called Onikafuchi. Keiichi is a victim, has been controlled by them. He's just a victim. But when he grabbed my wrist really hard that day, I could tell his intentions were true. I still remember the strength of his grip on my wrist. He tried to save me, his friend. I got lost in this crazy delusional maze many times. I prayed over and over that somebody would help me. But my prayers were answered. And Keiichi is reaching for my hand again. But don't forget, Reina Ryugu. This guy says he's your friend. He hasn't told you everything about himself. You haven't told everything about yourself to him either. Don't you remember? Oishi-san told you about it. He told me about what he found out. I couldn't trust my friends, so Oishi checked on everybody, including Keiichi-kun. That's why I know what he did before he moved here. Okay, what did he do before then? I'm like, did he also kill someone, apparently? He looks like he's a good guy on the outside, but he's crazy on the inside. I can't trust him. I shouldn't trust him. So what? I don't care who he was before he moved here. I did many bad things in Ibaraki, too. I did many unforgivable things. I hurt my friends really badly, broke the windows of the school, and was suspended. I was a very bad girl then. Did he treat me differently because of that? No, he didn't. Reina Ryugu is Reina Ryugu. He'll forgive me because it was Reina Ryugu who did all those bad things in Ibaraki. He won't forgive me. I should know better. Keiichi Maebara believes that I'm a kind and modest girl because he doesn't know Reina. If he found out about Reina, what would he do? He wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't be scared of me. Reina is Reina. Reina is a different girl. The same goes with Keiichi-kun. I don't care who he was before he moved here. We're even. Are you okay, Reina? She had a whole mental breakdown right there, honestly. Oh boy. Okay. Don't touch me. She knocked my hand aside when I reached for her. He keeps saying you're my friend. want me to trust you because of that. You want me to believe that you're right even though the world says you're wrong. Your mind has more delusion than anything else. I don't care what you say. I'm your friend. Everything I say it for your sake. Don't doubt me. I know I'm right. Really? Can I ask you something? Yes, anything. Friends don't keep secrets from another, right? That's rich coming from you for this whole installment, then. That's rich. Of course. I'm not hiding anything from you. You're lying. I'm not. Yay, is this back again? Yay. What happened? What did Keiichi do last night? I'm like, sorry about that again. God damn it. But like, what would Keiichi do that honestly from all of this? Because the sound of his parents, technically, from what it sounds like, he hasn't done anything that bad. Like, nothing just to keep that on hand or anything like that. Sorry about the low noises from put the pop filter on again, it keeps falling off. But the only thing we know technically, or like right now, about Keiichi, just like he was at a cram school, honestly, and maybe the stress got to him and he did something as well then too. That I guess make more parallels with Reina then as well. But unless something else, what would it even be that would be like this bad to even consider? What's so funny? You think you can keep a secret from me, don't you? I know everything. I know what you did before you moved here. I know. I froze, my entire body was covered in frosty needles. My body and mind froze all of a sudden. She couldn't know. She couldn't possibly know. Okay, so it's part of your public record then? I don't believe this. I don't believe this. How come she knows about that? I asked Oichi-san to check on everybody. Everybody. That's why I know what you did before you came here. Stop it. You got it all wrong. You only targeted little girls. Oh shit, okay, he was a bully then. I had to tell Sadako-chan and Rika-chan about it. I can't believe a dangerous person like you was near us the whole time. No, it wasn't like that. It just turned out that way. A series of attacks on school kids. Bravo! Has the strongest impact on a series of mysterious deaths at Hinamizawa. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like what? You shot little kids with a BB gun when they were walking alone on deserted streets. What a horrifying incident. It instilled fear into the whole city for a while. Members of the PTA had to watch the kids at every street corner when they walked between home and school. He shot one of the girls in her eyes and she was badly injured. Oh, shit. If it was just like the side of them or something like that, holy god. Fortunately, the damage isn't permanent. You had a BB gun and you only shot little kids. How disgusting. What made you enjoy it so much? You must have really enjoyed it because you continued to do it for a long time. Then you turn yourself into the police, accompanied by your parents in a crisis of conscience. You couldn't even take responsibility for your actions on your own. Juvenile law was kind to you, wasn't it? Preventing your name from being disclosed to the public or the victims. I bet your father spent a lot of money to protect you. Oh. He paid a lot of compensation to settle the case at a court. He had you placed on probation. Yeah, based on his dad's job. Honestly, like, no joking seriously, I can actually honestly believe dad's money, even barring the whole fact about the manor thing. Just the fact of learning about what his dad's job is, honestly, it makes a lot of sense. It's funny, but it makes sense seriously. As the case was cooled down, he used the power of money once again to move far away from the city. Everything is solved, right? Huh. You're lucky that your father's so rich. No, it wasn't like that. Why didn't you tell us about it? You told me that you did nothing but study at your previous school. Why did you lie like that? Why didn't you bring up your past then? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie. I thought friends didn't keep secrets from one another. Not what's like, we barely... That's again what I mentioned before. You only knew for each other for a month. and then you like just say more and more about yourself, and you feel more trust with each other. And like it's only been like 2 months, honestly. Imagine like telling everyone your complete dark secret, and if no one else is like ready to say theirs to someone else, then they would just then literally go against you anyway. My good gosh. I thought friends didn't keep secrets from one another, right? So that makes you not my friend. Hey, it's the same exact parallel that Keiichi said it before. The blades of her words hit hard. They made my eyes bleed. The blood was clear and it tasted salty. I can't trust you because of what you did in the past. That's hypocritical. Don't you ever think you can hide it from me? I mean, technically speaking, Reina hasn't actually attacked anyone, but mostly just destruction of property, but she did threaten to attack people, but Keiichi's kind of different. So, remember how deeply I regretted it. I couldn't regret it enough. I wanted to forget it, but I couldn't. I made a stupid mistake. Why did you have to bring it up right now? I apologized and accepted everything. I moved here to put it behind me. I wanted to have a fresh start in Hinamizawa. I swore myself to live a clean life from then on. Everything is ruined now. I'll be a criminal, no matter where I go. I was stressed out my exam studies. I was frustrated. I randomly shot people. I didn't care if it was girls or kids. Why did I do something so stupid? There was no reason. I had no reason to do that. I just wanted to get someone's attention. Oh. Didn't have the courage to tell my parents I didn't want to study. I just wanted somebody to scold me, so I used a childish way to get attention. I regret what I did. I swear I'll never do anything that stupid again. If I do it again, they can send me the chair. Oh my, okay. If there was something I couldn't do to be completely forgiven, I'd do it. No matter what it was. But no matter how deeply I regret it, no matter how long I atoned for my sin, I'd never be forgiven. That's why I wanted to sweep the whole thing into the carpet for a fresh start. I had nothing to say if somebody tells me that forgetting my sin is an act of cowardice. Sins are sins. You can't just get rid of them, even from other timelines. You have to carry them for the rest of your life. I know that's the fate of a sinner. If you don't want to live like that, then don't be a sinner. I understand that logic too. But then, how are sinners supposed to live? Anyway, you're not my friend. I'm not going to take any orders from someone who isn't my friend. I need you to leave me alone for a while. Okay? I didn't notice until she spoke that I was on my knees, hanging my head. Ran picked up the hatchet she dropped earlier. I wanted her to hit my head with it. Yeah, that's right. If anything's going to be torn apart, I'd rather be my body. Compared to the pain in my heart being torn to shreds inside, when she cut my head off, I believed it. I still believe it. I still believe it right this moment. I believe that I'm their friend. And in fact, I'm starting to become aware of it. I want to believe I am their friend, because I don't want to accept my past. I'm trying to tell myself that, but I feel stupid crying like this. My face is all messy with tears. I was never their friend, was I? I'm a sinner and my past from them. I hid it because I was scared. I told her that friends don't hide anything from another. I hid my past from them. I hid my sin from them. My past. It has nothing to do with how I live my life here. If I ever attacked a kid in this village just because I was frustrated, I wouldn't mind if they killed me and cut me into pieces. I'll never do anything like that again. I just want to live normally. What I did before I moved here, nothing to do with my life now. For instance, Reina moved here too. I wouldn't change the way I see her even if I found out she did something bad before she moved here as well. Right? I wouldn't, would I? If Reina beat some of her friends or broke all the windows of her school, I wouldn't care. Because it happened to Ibaraki. How would you know all this? She didn't do that in Mizawa. Reina is Reina. She's my best friend. That's why I wouldn't see her differently if I found out about her past. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I kept a distance from her if I found out that she really did such things. Be scared of her. I want you to listen to her. Why? Just a rumor. Why would I be scared of her? She's my best friend. If I was in her situation, would I reject her just like she did now? Serena's rejection of me was completely natural. Then what am I supposed to do? I was the only one crying. Reina wasn't crying here. She looked at me as if she was looking at something dirty. Gave me a nasty look. She disappeared into the darkness. She didn't forgive me. There's nothing I could do to atone for my sin but to keep crying, still down on my knees. And it fucking ends like that. Holy fucking shit. Well, I guess that explains, that whole thing then. The reason we moved to Hinamizawa. Well, that's a bit of a bombshell laid on. I did make that, I guess prediction about, like, Keiichi was stressed out about stuff and maybe done something bad, but not to that level. It is bad, but it's not as bad as murder or something like that, but I don't know if it's on the same level as what, like, it's probably just on the same level as Reina did. Cause, like, what was it, like, it's probably, like, there's a whole thing, is like, whether is it more scary than you put yourself out there, and, like, you, like, out in the open, like, you've been BB gun shooting kids, or the fact you're hiding yourself and just doing that. And if it was the whole thing of, like, you want to get some attention or anything like that, why did you hide, honestly? There's that. But yeah, people do some bad things in their past anyway, like that. And I know it has some, even like I think it was elementary school. Now it's like whole ADHD and Austin's, like, Asperger's syndrome and all that. Like I didn't know social cues and all that. Did some stuff like that, honestly. Like what was it? I remember just like since me and my sister played roughly as kids, I kind of equated that other kids do that as well. So it went to that too. It's probably why I was labeled as a problem kid back then, honestly. Like what was it? I think one of my favorite games, like was a kid then, was using a jump rope and actually what was it? This whole game, like, it's basically just jump rope, but you jump over it, but soon it just escalate to that, if you know what else you use jump rope for. There's that, hey look, there's that issue on the table, honestly. There's that. I don't remember how long ago that was, or if that even became too much of a problem. My memory is very hazy, honestly. I've read my own psychological profiles back then as a kid, but I don't see anything like that. But yeah, there is that. I would just say, like, almost like on both fronts, like, they're kind of like what they did in the past, like the same exact wavelength, actually. Although one person, like one Rainy did was at some point, like whether like she did in retaliation what her friend group did in Iraqi, then she destroyed the windows, or in Keiichi's case, then he just wanted attention, had no friends, was completely lonely, and decided to escalate until people actually, like, actually try to notice him. But then he kind of hid that, if that was his intention, honestly. I mean, this is not even a thing of, like, again, of him doing something bad, like, for more reasons. He knew it was bad, but he hid it anyway. It's that whole thing. Not even hiding with even good intentions anyway, either, so... Hmm. 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 The reason we moved to Hinamizawa. I don't remember how many years ago it was. There was this beautiful village surrounded by nature. The village is going to be submerged in water because of the new dam project. And the villagers protested against it en masse. They held a sightseeing tour so people from other places could enjoy the local beauty. I joined the tour out of simple curiosity. I wanted to take a look at the nature that might sink into the water. But when I got there, the place took my breath away. The air was so clean and clear. The landscape was beautiful beyond words. Oh, did you actually go on a tour there? That was mentioned in the fourth chapter? Since then, I was hooked in the inspiring nature of the place. I fell in love with the village so much that I was very glad when I heard that the dam project was cancelled. The village is where I'm building our new house. Oh, it's your dad's perspective, actually. When I visited there, I found a beautiful field of wildflowers. I saw 2 cute girls playing in the field. Both of them were very beautiful, with long, straight hair. They're probably neighbors or best friends. I just remember how they looked. One of them had a very beautiful face with a clear-cut profile for age, and the other had a very pretty, innocent look. I'm sure both of them will grow up into fine, beautiful ladies in the future. They're running around the field like they were dancing. I asked them if the field was their playground. They said they were playing in hopes that the newcomers would move to the village. Then I saw a sign saying, "Lot for sale." That was when I began to think that it might be a great place to live. There was nothing here, and things were a bit inconvenient compared to life in a city. But I sincerely believe this was the best place for us to start a new life together as a family. A lot of things happened back in the city, but the past is the past. It's best that we move on. We learn from mistakes, and I hope we can start a new, more ideal life in this village. Keiichi, I hope you grow to love it here as much as I do. You do? I'm happy to hear that. I'm also happy that we've been doing a lot better as a family since we moved here. Back in the city, we were far from close, so I'm truly happy that we were able to start from scratch. When I come to think about it, I never had a chance to have a conversation with you like this before. Yeah, there was the whole thing, like, every time we saw it, like, Keiichi talked to his parents, was always, like, there were multiple terms, but, like, there's a bit of distance there, I guess. Oh, Keiichi. Do you know any 2 beautiful girls with long, straight hair in your school? I think they're a lot younger than you. Oh, you know. You know 2 young, beautiful girls, but one has short hair, huh? I don't think they're the ones I saw. You wanna know why I asked? I just want to ask them to be the models for my portraits. Basically, just want to see them again for artistic reasons. So you happen to see them, let your dad know, okay? Promise me, okay? That kind of just undercut that whole scene. Okay, just that one small joke. Okay, wow. Holy shit. But yeah, okay then. That explains that whole bit, but I feel like that's supposed to be a hint as well. Both, like, I guess, the explanations of why their like the Maebara family moved to the Hinamizawa, but also a small hint about it was like literally whoever Rika was talking here, my for wine tidbit. Honestly, there's that. Like, yeah, okay. So now they're equating them actually, like, I was already thinking this before, but I was wondering if the story's actually gonna do that, but it's already been doing the whole thing where every single main character has done something bad in the past. On some level. On some level. And each of them have, like, sins where they're trying to get over with, or they hide it, or just, like, trying to live with it, or just try to forget about it entirely. Like, Sadako, like, fully blames herself from what happened to the 3 because she equated what she did breaking to a the virtual storehouse and breaking an Oyashiro statue and associating that whatever happened there is the curse all coming to get her and blaming it, and equating with what happened to her parents and not taking Satoshi for like taking him for granted, and then taking whatever happened with the uncle like as part of her punishment there. There's that whole theme played like verbatim. Even with Mion, in a sense, actually, and Shion, then Chapter 5, actually, thinking about it. Just, trying to live with this, like, new life she has, technically speaking, but, like, trying to find a way to balance it out, and try to live, like, nicely and normally. And then what we just learned with Keiichi here, which, I wonder if, like, he alluded to that ever in Chapter 3, actually. It feels like something he would think about, honestly, and, like, actually regret over when thinking about doing the chore and actually thinking he's, like, a criminal and always been a criminal, that sort of thing. That's something he's been sharing here. Unless he tried to fully forget it into the 3 anyway. Or he actually literally just did forget it by that point, was too focused on what actually happened like making sure to get away with the crime and all that. But he was thinking back to his time in the past. He must have alluded to it in that whole monologue, didn't he, at some point? He must have been. But yeah. Sadako, Reina, Mia technically did something bad in the past. That's just being in part of them, a damn project. They did something bad, like breaking something they weren't supposed to, breaking to somewhere just because they weren't allowed in there. But then also, what would then Rika's then be? Because besides all of that, I guess the only thing bad that we heard of like she's a weirdly smart kid for her age, even weird to her own like mom. It led to that whole abuse escapade with her apparently. You know, she seemed to take it. Well, I say he's taken stride honestly, but you could say the same thing with Sadako honestly, since their parents are dead honestly. But so far we're like, there's only 2 more installments left, and we don't know anything of Rika. And like, just like before, she's like the most mysterious one. But like, just because like she keeps piping up at various times, like she always stays there in the background. But since like they don't give her too much screen time, but at the same time, you know she's important in some semblance. Will it just be like the whole prediction sense, like she's actually somehow supernatural, which literally that whole entire thing implies for something, because I completely doubt it's the whole parasite thing again, and like cloning and all that. That seems way out of left field for this whole series, this whole game. So honestly, she could just be the only supernatural thing here. At the very least, she has supernatural ties. It feels like that's like out of everything here. And so far in these answer arcs, and things have been completely covered over what quote unquote could have been supernatural thing. But so far, everything I try to think about how Riku would actually think of the whole predicting her own death thing, it's probably just because I can't think of anything better than there, because I know for a fact there's definitely some logical reason why I'm that drug addict like decide to like, you know, stay like accidentally like confess to the crime, like, you know, take the fall down, but then die soon after. There's got to be an actual logical, realistic explanation there. Just the sound of it does not have anything to do with more supernatural stuff or even like manipulation from the Salnazaki group. And if it is manipulation, it's definitely not from them. It's definitely not from them. And I think it was at some point thinking that I'm like the police are technically right in a sense. Like, even though they all take place in the same year, there's probably just something weird about that end. Why they take place in every single year of the festival itself. But every single year is actually like something else different is happening. It can also just be a coincidence at the very end, because that's how it feels like it's going. Overlapping so many different simple concepts together and coincidences and Occam's razors that it makes it overcomplicated. And plus, this whole entire chapter feels like almost like it definitely feels as both planned to be near the end, at least against the middle of the answer arcs, to don't overthink everything. Don't overthink anything. And even if like you think you have a complete clear understanding of what you think this character is thinking or what they're doing, it's probably not, honestly. It's probably not. Then in the sense there's something else which you have considered, which still lines up what you're thinking, but you just don't have the full entire, you know, picture, honestly. And it makes sense exactly thinking about why Keiichi at the same time got taken in as well with the first installment, especially since we don't know what the hell is happening there. And even then, I think it's purely actually like one of my favorite installments, actually. But because it did a really good job of establishing everything over, and setting up the atmosphere and how insane things got slowly over time. Don't know why, like I guess it makes a tiny bit sense why Reina actually started getting mad at him, but to the point of actually killing Keiichi, unless that was also the time where she killed Rina and, you know, Teppei in the same timeline. I guess it makes sense then. This thing feels like something's missing there, honestly, as well. Especially since, as well, she says, like, Keiichi reminds her of Satoshi, so there's that. And they already had this whole talk here before Reina started going to spiral that she regrets of not intercepting with what happened with Satoshi. but she still went so aggressively against Keiichi, so nothing missing there. Just learning what Keiichi did in the past actually sets some things in motion. Probably the reason why he has such a big turnaround. Like, now he's trying to make sure you actually, like... What was that? Oh, how does way to put this? Accept what he's done. Like, really try to forget it. Or, like, you know, try to accept what he has. But there's still a whole thing just actually trying to get over it. Especially, Now I'm just wondering if there's anything special that he talks about with his parents in any of the installments now. Because I didn't notice anything unusual about how his parents acted, besides the whole fact of him, well, obviously, if him walking to his parents in the first installment, like, hey, so, you know this cool clock I made? If I die, just put my grave for me, would you please? And, like, what? There's that, but nothing stands out as weird to that front and end. So, Maybe there's a few times that maybe his parents like try to connect with him in some way that we haven't seen quite yet. Or it's probably just off screen, like the few conversations we had, like it sounds so normal. Because they're like literally all trying to figure out what happened in the city. And I guess it kinda worked because until today Keiichi never had to think about it until Reina digged through what Keiichi did as well. Don't think I was expecting Keiichi would have done that, but like I definitely think, like, pretty much almost every kid has done something bad at least once in their life. Has to be, because, like, how else are you going to learn that's bad or not, anything like that? Or you just, you're just completely just, do absolutely nothing. Read everything that's bad, just read a legal law book and just say, like, okay, I won't do this, I won't do that, and I don't even know if a person like that would even exist. And if they do, then they'd definitely be very weird to talk to then at a young age, honestly. So, they probably haven't done anything bad, but they technically had bad stuff happen in the past then if they were bullied like that. There's that, and I'm just rambling, honestly. But okay, then. So Reina's now stuck, just now wandering in the entire place. She's now completely isolated herself, even though Keiichi was trying to be very delicate and, like, try to go for an emotional route. Literally, it didn't work here because of how these other reports actually go. The lunch, well, quote-unquote lunch takeout list, saying she'll adopt a more logical approach. And then she just went out and just was saying, I don't trust you anymore, just to fully believe in her delusions and anything like that. She's been living with it for a while, especially with the added stress. And Lily Keiichi basically just saying to Reina, like, full stop, the police might be looking for you because they might have known that you killed someone. So with that, it kind of maybe drove her edge. It's like be more distrustful, honestly. Be very much more distrusting. And even at this point, even if she wanted to, like, look and to see if what everything that Keiichi said was true, I don't think she would, honestly, based on how emotional his argument was. And yeah, she was very logical, so things are not going to look out too good, and things are going to end too well. But the difficulty for this chapter did say it was going to have a big struggle at the very end. But I don't know if this has anything too much than that. I looked that up. I have to reread that. Well, okay, then. So the police and the Sonoki group are still looking for her, but the expanses went to so wider then. But they already made the distinction. Doppelgangers thing is definitely like some mishap, maybe. And now that I think about it, like if there's nothing supernatural happening at all, at least in the body's case, and the jury's still out for me on Rika's case based on everything she mentioned before. I still need to like sit and like read through that again because that was very consistent. I can only say as much. That's the thing that came to my head. Almost everything she said like didn't, I guess, contradict anything you think of, honestly, with even the thematic tips in the fourth installment. So I need to sit and parse through those more to see what she's trying to get at. Because it's all about relations and all that and those things. To that. And she has the syringe, which apparently is quote equipment to make things better. To make sure they don't swap on the next Reina. And besides Lily, just her attacking Mion, she hasn't really done anything bad per se. Because even if she attacked her there, like technically Shion, quote unquote, Mion has already been like kidnapping and killing people. So I don't think it's that bad to attack and maybe try to kill someone who's tried or attempted to kill someone in the past. Honestly, if yeah, there's that. So, huh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna end things off here because we've been rambling on for way too long just thinking about all that. But Rika's conversation there, that was very intriguing. Very cool. But okay, Keiichi's now complete. Now I'm shattered now because Rain now learns about everything that. Is he actually gonna take what she said to heart and actually like tell that to everyone else, or literally just hang back and actually just stew in his own regrets? Oh boy. But I guess we'll see if Keiichi will get out of this funk and make an attempt to get through to Reina. We'll find that out for next time. So, have a fun time watching as I am playing this. Hope to see you next time, what time that may be. And I'll hope you fantastic day.